Everyone, and welcome to Stampin' Chat Live. I'm Gina from Gina K Designs, and it's great to see all of you coming in from all around the world. Wow, Tom, I have my headphones in tonight, and that horn in the beginning, that scared me. Oh gosh, it's our release party and we are so excited for tonight. We have our illustrators waiting in the wings to share all of their new stamps and dies with you. And then I've got stamp sets and die sets to share, as well as a couple of beautiful new stencils and a couple of little surprises too. So I'm really excited for tonight. Before we get started, let's say hello to Tom. Hey, Tom.
Hey, happy release, everybody. Hey.
It's exciting tonight, isn't it?
It is. Did I scare you there?
You did. My blood pressure's just starting to come down a little bit.
You have to use the facility or anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome, everybody. Glad to have you all here. Wow. Yeah.
I know. We had a potato bar at work today in celebration of today's release. It was so much fun, wasn't it?
It was awesome.
Yes.
It was the best.
Headed up by Mary. She brought all the potatoes in, and then everybody well, I didn't, but many people contributed all the fun fixins for the potatoes, and I just ate. I didn't participate in the bringing this time. I will next time, I promise.
Yeah, it was great fun.
It was awesome.
Really well done. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Well, we hope you guys have a nice snack, maybe a glass of wine. Maybe you're crafting and you're watching, but tonight is going to be a lot of fun. So let's get started right away. I want to show everybody our new incentive set. Now, you guys have been asking for this for the last few releases because a couple of our kits had a style of script that you all really liked a lot. And many of you sent in messages to customer service saying, hey, please, 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 we would love to have something like that for all occasions. So we created a stamp set that we think you're going to love. This is the brand new Elegant Thoughts incentive set. And it's got 5 great greetings that you can use for everyday card making, including happy birthday, grateful for you, hello friend, with sympathy, and get well soon. And this set is yours free with any $75 in product purchase in a single order. Okay, so if you want more than one incentive, you need to place more than one order. And we always have an alternative incentive every month, and this month it is super cute. It's actually a little sister set to last month's alternative incentive. I'll give you that little hint. And so if you place more than one $75 order, just make sure you write in the little notes box at checkout, this is my second order. Please send me the alternative incentive. Alternate incentive. Boy, I'm adding a lot of things I don't need there. And we will make sure that we get you the second set. But you have to let us know, because we won't know if it's your first order or your fourth order. You have to let us know. But this set will automatically ship. You don't have to put it in your cart. And there's a die set that coordinates with it that you can pick up that will cut out all of these greetings. This is extra. If you want it, it is in the What's New category, and you can pick it up. If you qualify for this set, well, you can pick it up either way, but I don't know why you'd want it if you didn't have the stamp set, unless you decided that you wanted the coordinating polyglaze sheets. Yeah, we did coordinating polyglaze sheets that coordinate with this incentive set and this die set, because everybody is enjoying those beautiful greetings that you can do with gold or silver foil. And I'm going to show you a little tag that I made using these. I used this set. I wanted to show you something that I made because I think this is really fun, and it's something that any of you can make for somebody that's under the weather. So here is a little gift set that I made. And I used one of our new stamp sets that I'll be showing you a little bit later in the evening. And I made a little get well kit here for, a friend that maybe is feeling under the weather. Now, don't judge me about my soup choice, because I know there's probably better soups out there like Progresso and stuff. But Campbell's, it's an industry standard. So I have some Campbell's chicken noodle soup. I have a little bit of Advil, some cough drops. I have some electrolyte powder, and I have a little pack of tissues. And I just put it into a little gusset bag. I picked these up at Target. They were just in the party section, and you get a whole bag of them. And I wrapped a little bit of ribbon, and I made this tag. So I thought this, especially as we're going into the cold weather, have a few of these on hand ready to go. And when you find out that a neighbor, a family member, or a friend is sick, you can always just drop this off on their doorstep and then text them or call them and say, hey, there's a little gift outside waiting for you. I know you're under the weather. Hopefully this will get you through. So I wanted to show you that because I made that using this Get Well Soon, and I think it's so pretty. And I could have jazzed it up a little bit more by using the coordinating polyglaze and doing it in gold or silver. So this is what's free tonight, well, this month, for anybody that spends $75 in product or more in an order. All right, well, that's that. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of stamp sets here by some of our illustrators who can't be here tonight. The first one is this really cool set by Beth Saleka. This is called Bold Holiday Ornament. And she has really cool greetings and really cool ideas. I'm going the wrong way here. I'm a little close. She's got some really cool ideas, and Beth always floods our Facebook page and Instagram with beautiful projects that she's made, plus several of our designers have made projects with this set as well. It is huge. These ornaments are huge, and they take up the whole front of a card. You can use them to make fun gift wrap because they're nice and big if you wanted to make your own gift wrap. And there is a coordinating die set here, so you can get it as a stamp set only or the stamp and die bundle. Now, if you get the bundle, these pictures on the front, Brian did these for us just to show you how you can incorporate these little images in here to create decorations on your ornaments. So you could stamp these in color and then do these parts in gold or silver or maybe a glitter powder if you have it. And then it's filled with greetings, season's greetings from our home to yours. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Joy to the world. 'Tis the season. Let it snow. Peace on earth. To you and yours, merry and bright. I feel like this set would be fantastic for Christmas tags too. A nice big bold ornament, or even cutting a tag out and then cutting the ornament out and layering them together so the ornament moves freely across the tag. So many fun ideas with this one. And this is called Holiday Ornament, and it's available now on our website in the What's New category at GinaKDesigns.com. All right. So I want to show you two more sets, and then we're going to bring in our first illustrator. You can tell that this release is kind of a combination of a part 2 holiday release and some really nice all-occasion stamp sets, because now I'm starting to think of, I want to make tags. I want to finish up some Christmas cards. I'm in the mood to make some wrapping paper. I'm starting to think about gift ideas, and I'm starting to think about making boxes of cards for people. I'm not going to make boxes of Christmas cards for people. I'm going to make all occasion cards. So that's where that new incentive set really comes in handy, and you can mix and match it with some of these other beautiful sets. Like this one. This is the brand new set by Hannah Drapinski, and it's called Winter Blooms. It's got this beautiful amaryllis flower cluster and then some other beautiful flowers that will work so nicely even all the way up to early spring. And it's got some great greetings here. Winter is warmer with you, sending you warm wishes during this cold season. Winter greetings and happy winter. And you can get this one as a stamp set only or a stamp and die bundle. Now, I know that this is big, and some of you think, well, with the big stamps, I don't really need the dies. But this is one of those great ones that's going to be so nice for some of those fancy folds where you can actually have this be part of the flap that opens up. You can pop these up and make kind of pop-up cards with them. So many ways to use big images like this. And these are so easy to color with colored pencils, Copic markers, or watercolor. So you're going to see some beautiful projects flooding our Facebook group and also on Instagram, featuring Hannah Drapinski's newest Winter Bloom set, now available in the What's New category at GinaKDesigns.com. All right, I have one more for you, and unfortunately, Dina was going to try to be here tonight. She was going to try to make a video and be part of our illustrators' videos tonight, but she couldn't because Dina is right in the middle of where the hurricane hit, and it took a really long time for her to get her stamps because mail is moving so slowly through Florida right now. So I'm going to just show you her gorgeous new set. Look how cute this is. It's called Winter Tweetings, and it's got these beautiful little winter birds that are all wrapped up in their cute scarves and their winter hats. And the greetings are so pretty here. May your heart be as light as the first snowfall, winter blessings, warm winter wishes, and let the beauty of winter fill your heart with peace. I love this because this is a winter set. Can be used as a Christmas set for sure, or any winter holiday. But it's great because the greetings are perfect for all kinds of winter cards. You can make boxes of gift cards with these. You can use these little birds on holiday tags. You can use them for Valentine's Day and add a Valentine's greeting and put the two of them together on this little branch. Now, I love this branch, but you know what's really cool about this branch? This can be a tree too. Wouldn't that be a gorgeous winter tree? So you can use it for scenery as well. And then it's got some beautiful little bits and pieces here that'll work great in your wreath builder if you want to make some holiday wreath cards or winter wreath cards. And it's available as a stamp set only or a stamp and die bundle for those of you that love those stamp and die bundles. So this one's available now in the What's New category at GinaKDesigns.com. And Dina, Hannah, Beth, we love your new sets, and we are so grateful that you share your talent with us month after month. And I know everybody is going to love these stamp sets, and we can't wait to see the beautiful inspiration that you share in our group, as well as all of the guest designers. All right, now, before we get to our illustrator, I do want to remind you that our kit was broken up tonight, and we've got some of the kit products that were in the last release. We have this one right here, Holiday Floral. Is now available. And just to remind you how many cards you have as inspiration and videos to watch, I'm just going to show you a few of the cards that I made with this stamp and die bundle. Here's one that I shared just yesterday in our Facebook group because I never got around to making it, although I've made this style card, you know, with the foil and with the coloring stencils many times. So all you have to do really is look at this card to create that layout. But that's one of the cards that I made with this. Here was one where I did a recessed frame, dropped the frame back, and did just a stamped layout. Very similar to this layout. So if you watch this video, you'll know how to lay this out. I lost one of my flowers. I actually found it earlier in the haul, and I didn't know where it went, so I'll have to find that, but it goes right there, just like this one. I was knocking a lot of stuff around. And then I made this one, which is really fun. It uses the whole Master Layouts 2 die set to create this panel in the front, and then I just used that large stamp and die, this one right here, and colored it with the coloring stencils. So this one was my most recent one. This is the faux line coloring, where we did the no line coloring look. You can really see the difference between coloring with lines and doing this faux line coloring. And if you haven't watched that video yet, you can get the idea of how to do this and make this one. And then the final card here is just this one where I cut 3 poinsettias out and just kind of wrap them around half of the oval. So lots of inspiration for this stamp and die bundle. It was our kit last week or last month, and now it's available as a stamp set or a stamp and die bundle. Now don't forget, if you pick this up, you don't want to forget to get the coordinating coloring stencils, because you're going to want these to color in all of these beautiful images. So that is something that you're going to want to make sure that you get. Yes, if you use a gift certificate, that counts as cash, so that would still be $75. Coupons don't count. I don't know if there's anybody that has a coupon code from something, maybe an event that they went to, but if it drops below $75 in the actual amount that you spend for products, then it doesn't count. But if you have a gift card is like using cash. Okay, so that is the Holiday Floral, which is now available. Now I want to show you the other components that are available from last month's kit. This one was very popular. This was our Christmas cheer that comes in a stamp set and a stamp and die bundle. We made lots of cards with this one too. I'm just going to show you a couple of them here. We did this fun, I really hadn't showed this one either. I think I showed it on release night, but we didn't make it. But this uses our Master Layouts 14 postage grid and the postage grid stencil. All the Master Layouts 14 is these two dies here. And then I just colored those with colored pencils and Gamsol. And I die cut all of these and pop them up into the squares. I love to do that with postage cards, kind of pop things up. I think that's really fun, and it gives the card lots of dimension. And then I use the little images from here. We have all these little images, greetings rather, peace on earth and Christmas wishes. And then I used some of the little postage, like the 5 cents, the 30 cents from our spring one. I can't think, but there's also postcards and more that does the same thing. And that was one card that I made. Then I made this fun little shaker card. And this one uses Master Layouts. Oh, goodness, help me. There's so many. Master Layout 16. This is the fishbowl die. And we flipped it upside down and made a little snow globe out of that. And then, I love that one. I think that's so much fun. We also used the waves to make the snow hills. So that was all out of Master Layout 16, and so fun. I just flipped this one upside down and made that snow hill. And then there's your fishbowl, and I just flipped that upside down. That was a la Kathy Zilski. She came up with that idea. So cute. And then, let's see, what else do we have? We have this one here where I used our circle cover plate. And then I just curved some of those holiday sentiment strip greetings from last month to go around inside there and colored those in with colored pencils and Gamsol. And then let's see, I think that's all I made with this. And then, of course, there's so much inspiration. Mindy Egan did cards with this, Karen Hightower, so many, Kathy Zilski, so many designers out there did beautiful things with these, and lots of our members did things, and they shared so many beautiful cards in our Facebook group, so you can see those as well. All you have to do is go into the search bar and type in Christmas cheer, and all the cards come up. So these are now available a la carte. I know so many of you were waiting for one or the other because some of you are just cutesy stampers and some of you are just floral stampers, so the kits don't appeal to you as much as the individual bundles do. All right, and then I have a couple more things to show you from the last kit. Well, one more thing is the modern poinsettia stencil. Everybody loved this stencil on release night. I showed you this using the Merry Christmas and Shadow die. That was a free gift last month. Now it's available in our store, so you can pick that up if you're interested in that. That's this die set right here. And I made this with just plain inking, you know, sea glass and turquoise sea and a little jelly bean green ink and some medium lilac. But then Simon Hurley joined me and he showed me how to use his lunar paste, and I was able to make this gorgeous card thanks to Simon and all of his guidance. And he showed me how to use his lunar paste on certain layers here, so I did that. And I used one of the greetings from our holiday floral polyglaze sheets. Now, a lot of you loved the holiday floral polyglaze sheets, but you said, oh, please, I need so many more greetings. That's not enough greetings that came in that set. I like doing the florals, but I need more greetings. So, hallelujah, this month we did it. And we have a whole set of polyglaze of just the greetings. So there's 5 sheets in here. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times 5, you get 30 of these big greetings and 30 of the small greetings. And that's going to be perfect for those of you that want to mix and match these with your stencils, with old stamp sets, with new stamp sets that you get tonight. And you have already used up most of these from the polyglaze, the big bundle that had all of the florals, these pieces in there. Some of you still have a lot of your florals left, but you used all of these up. So now we have a pack of these that you can get and make all of your cards, all of your other cards with a little sparkle and shine. So that's available tonight too. Okay. So, and the other things from last release that now are available are the Folk Art Christmas. That was last month's incentive. The Folk Art Christmas die set. That's available still. And then the secret incentive from last month was the Christmas Friends. And I know you were able to see a lot of cards in our Facebook group and on Instagram using this one. So this is now available for those of you that didn't place 2 orders last month and loved that cute little mouse. All right, well, I think I went through all of the things from last month's kit, and now you guys know that those are available. Now it is time to share with you a brand new set from our first illustrator who's going to join us tonight. So she is waiting in the wings, and I'm telling you, I think this is my favorite Lisa Hetrick set ever. And I love them all, but I think this is my favorite one ever. This just feels so much like us as crafters. Look at this gorgeous set. It's called Always Thinking of You. And this paintbrush element with this brush stroke, I cannot wait to see what Lisa did and what our guest designers do with this and what all of you do with this too. So Lisa's going to come in and she's going to show you all of her ideas, tell you a little bit about her set, and show you her inspiration sheet. So let's welcome her to the program, Lisa Hetrick.
Hi friends, it's Lisa Hetrick. Hi Gina. Hi Tom. Hello everyone, and welcome to our October release party. I'm super excited to share my brand new stamp set with you tonight. It's called Always Thinking of You. It's something a little bit different. It's super whimsical and just kind of a whole lot of fun, and it's going to bring so much fun color to your life. So if that's not enough of a teaser, let's just go ahead and dive in and take a look at the stamp set. Okay, friends, here is the stamp set, Always Thinking of You. This is a fun builder stamp set. I'm really excited about this, can you tell? This is a fun builder stamp set, and it's got lots of possibilities for creating a more colorful life on your cards. I have, here's the stamp set, and here is the coordinating die set. You can purchase the stamp set by itself or purchase the stamp and the die as a bundle. That's super fun. Let's dive in. Let's go ahead and take a look at all the stamps and take a peek, and I'm going to walk you through them and talk a little bit about them. Okay, this stamp set is a paintbrush builder. Okay, so we've got a paintbrush. I've got the wood grain stamp that you can two-step stamp into the paintbrush element. And I've got this little bit of, I guess you could call it like a chip brush. If you've ever seen a chip brush where the paintbrush is really kind of flowy, or any other kind of paintbrush is really flowy, except I made this to kind of look like grass so that we had the ability to make this paintbrush be a super fun floral and botanical vessel, okay? And then I've got this little handle so you can stamp all these elements together to create the whole paintbrush. I've got another big swoosh here, and I'm going to share in the card samples some ideas for using this swoosh. I introduced this watercolorish like look in my holiday release with the swan. It was part of her feathers. So now I'm introducing it here to kind of go along and coordinate with the paintbrush to create our colorful cards. Okay, I've got 3 sentiments here, 3 really fun sentiments. Wishing you a colorful day, always thinking of you, and be true to yourself. And this element here that does have a coordinating die, so this banner die element, and the sentiments fit inside. So you can stamp that banner element in a lighter stamp color, lighter ink color, and you can stamp over top of it, which makes it kind of fun. We've got some botanicals here. I've got lots of botanicals to create that blooming paintbrush. We've got a 2-step stamping here. I have this big honkin' flower, and this flower, friends, I'm kind of teeing up this flower for lots of different possibilities. So technically this flower looks a little bit like a camellia flower or a magnolia flower, but like most of the flowers in my collection, I really like them to be just blooms and graphic blooms that you can 2-step stamp into, or you can color. But this stamp, this flower, we change up our colors. I'm kind of sharing a little hint of some things that we might be coming up this holiday season. Sharing a little hint here, you can change up the colors of this flower and really kind of make it look like a Christmas flower. So super fun. I'm going to talk about this in a minute because this is just so much fun. I've got botanical leaves. These don't two-step stamp. So we have an open line version and a solid version to create some really interesting contrast on your cards. Another piece of leafery botanical, and then 3 solid botanical pieces that can be used as filler elements. Now this little floral element here, graphic flowers, I'm calling them pinwheel flowers because you can stamp these elements and their centers to kind of create this really fun pinwheel element. Now on the die set, there is a die that will cut out each one of the elements so you could layer them together. There's botanical layers. Here's all the botanical dies. Here's the big honkin' die for the flower. And here are the 2 dies that coordinate with the paintbrush and the grass part of the paintbrush. Okay, so these pinwheel flowers are super, super fun. They're also great for building backgrounds. And I didn't do a card that I'm going to share with you tonight that was a backgrounder card or a pattern card because I'm saving that for an upcoming tutorial. Okay, friends, we're going to dive in and take a look at the inspiration for the card projects. I think this card might be my favorite, so I'm just going to lead with it. So I did those pinwheel flowers and did all of my 2-step stamping with the paintbrush and the paintbrush piece. And we've got some botanicals in here, but look at that really fun swoosh in the background and topping it off with wishing you a colorful day. And I basically just use the die, which is really fun because you can use the stamp and the die together, or just use this die, cut it out on your favorite cardstock or right over your sentiment and just cut. It's just super fun. Okay. All right, I love this card too. So here is that big honkin' flower. I've got all of my botanicals kind of popping out. Here is that banner die with the sentiment, the banner stamp with the die and the sentiment. And I use the centers. I love the centers of the set. So here are the center pieces. This will go on the outer edge of this, and it's perfect for these pinwheel dies. Also perfect for the center of this flower. But the beauty of it is that you can use it as a little backgrounder piece on your project. So the stamps are still the star of the show. And if you don't want to add embellishments, these kind of stamps really make a fun embellishment. Okay, here are those pinwheel flowers and that huge swoosh that really kind of gives you that watercolor feel. You know me, I'm a watercolor artist. I love watercolor. And I'm always looking for ways to integrate that look of watercolor in our card projects. So this was the way that I'm doing it this month. So here's that big swoosh. It really does feel like whoosh, a big paintbrush, like we took the stamp set and the paintbrush and built it and went swoosh right across our paper, added those pinwheel flowers, and just kind of pulled it all together in this really centering element here. Love this card. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, the grass in the paintbrush as the paintbrush builder. Here it is. I built it out and stamped it between grass green and jelly bean green in order for us to get that layered look of grass, adding some botanicals coming out of it, that little pinwheel flower. And this is just a super simple, sweet, easygoing card. One of the really fun things that I discovered with this set is that even though there's so many different elements and builder elements, you can really just grab some inks, grab your stamp blocks, grab the stamps, build cards that are super simple and clean just with your stamps. So, and not that you can't do that with a lot of my sets, but I just really tried to hone in on doing that with this stamp set, just so that we can see all of our possibilities, and I'm really loving it. Okay, here is another fun card where I've got 2 swooshes going in 2 different directions, and I've got some botanicals flying out, and we've got the top of the paintbrush with our little bit of grass, so that the paintbrush is kind of like the vessel for the flowers, which is another super fun way. Okay, what I was talking about with that super clean, super simple look. This is what I'm talking about. I just used a little bit of sweet mango and a little bit of our innocent pink, did that swash, nested that floral right there. I actually had watercolored a couple florals, but then I was like, let me just go ahead and stamp this in some passionate pink and drop it right on here. Let's take a look at it. Really clean and simple. Just love, love, love that idea. Okay, friends, like as with all of my stamp sets, I do have a brand new card idea sheet with 8 card ideas for always thinking of you. I've made some of the cards to kind of show you. This is one of the cards that we're going to do in an upcoming tutorial, but look at how fun that swoosh is with the paintbrush, and the tail end of the swoosh fits perfectly in proportion with the paintbrush builder. I just love that. Just love that. Okay, friends, I am super excited for this stamp set. Let's just take another quick look at the stamp set before we say our goodbyes this evening. We've got the stamp set and the coordinating die set. Always thinking of you, super fun, available now at GinaKDesigns.com in the What's New section. Again, this set is a little something different from me, but not really, right? We've got botanicals and flowers, and we've got a big honking vessel of some sort. But I really, really thought that the paintbrush builder would be a really, really fun idea. Okay. And I've got so many fun ideas to share in our tutorials, our upcoming tutorials in November-ish for holiday ideas. And I'm just going to say that this little paintbrush with that sweet magnolia flower on it makes a really fun holiday ornament. Yeet! Okay, friends. Thanks so much for allowing me to come into your homes tonight to be super excited and share my brand new stamp set, Always Thinking of You. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, everyone. Sit back, relax. This release party is super fun. So many great stamp sets tonight. Can't wait to see what everyone creates with all of the beauty that's coming out tonight. I will be going live this Thursday on my YouTube channel and Facebook at 11:30. I will also be sharing the brand new card idea sheet in the Gina K Facebook group, so no worries. And you could also grab it right now on my website at indigojadeart.com, and then you'll click on freebies and there it'll be. Okay, friends, thanks so much for joining me tonight. I hope you really love this set as much as I do. I cannot wait to share more inspiration with you. And I cannot wait to see what you create. Thanks so much. Bye, friends.
Lisa, your cards were so beautiful, just like always. And I have to say, I'll say it again, I really think this is my favorite Lisa Hetrick set ever. I was just watching some of the questions that came up, and one person said, how do we know which stamp sets are by which illustrator? Is there a way to see it on your website? And there is. If you go to our shop tab, and then you scroll down through the filters, you'll be able to see stamps by Lisa Hetrick, stamps by Melanie Menchinger, stamps by Beth Saleka, and so forth and so on. So you'll be able to find their entire lines just by clicking on those filters, and it'll filter out their stamp sets for you. And Lisa, if you wouldn't mind, please drop your YouTube link in the chat, because somebody said, how do I find your YouTube channel? So if you drop your link in the chat, people can go over there and subscribe to your channel, and then they'll never miss one of your tutorial videos. All right, well, Lisa, thank you so much. Those cards are beautiful. I love the set, and it's available now in the What's New category. Well, that was inspiring, and Lisa always does great videos. Her inspiration sheets are awesome. We have another illustrator that does some amazing watercoloring, speaking of watercolor artists, and she is Gina Singh. She is all the way in India, and I couldn't believe it. We sent out her package, and do you believe she got her stamps and dies before Dina? That's amazing how quickly they were able to make it over to India, and she was able to make a little video to join us tonight. Now let me show you her stamp and die bundle. This one I love, another one of my favorites. Look at this gorgeous thing. It's called Joyful Season. Look at the size of this. I mean, here's an A2 card. Look at that. This is great for your big 5x7 cards, for your slimline cards, for your A6 cards, and also for your A2 cards, because you could stamp just a portion of this over the one side of your card. And I just have to point out how much I love that this poinsettia has little Christmas bulbs in here, little Christmas lights. And I cannot wait to see what our Gina made with this Joyful Season stamp set. Also comes in a stamp and die bundle. So let's welcome her to the program. Welcome, Arjita Singh.
Hi guys, Ajita here. Welcome to Gina K Designs October 2024 release. It is such a fun time. We have some beautiful stamp sets releasing this month, and I have a Christmas stamp set for you. I'm sure you're going to love it. It is floral and it is poinsettias. I have mixed some other flowers and berries and holly leaves for my bunch this time, and it is a lot of fun to color it. I received my set and the courier last evening, and I had to quickly make some cards for all of you, and I hope you will like them. The possibilities with this stamp set are endless. You can use them in so many ways. Today I'm just going to show you 4 cards because that is all I could do in a few hours, and I had to record this video so that I don't miss out meeting all of you for the live. And without further ado, let me show you the stamp set. It is called Joyful Seasons. So this is the stamp set with these beautiful, huge cluster of poinsettias, some poppy leaves, then there are light bulbs in this, there are holly leaves, all the goodness is here in this particular bunch, and I'm sure you're going to love coloring it with so many different mediums. You can just stamp this on a tone-on-tone kind of a way on a light colored cardstock and put out another huge Christmas sentiment on top to finish it. This can look very beautiful on tags, on your scrapbook layouts. Then I have this beautiful light line of light bulbs which you can keep adding. Then there is this individual cluster. You can create 2 of them to create a nice frame for your card, or you can stamp them repeatedly to create a wreath for yourself and add these light bulbs on top. There are some stunning sentiments, and they say wishing you a season of joy, wishing you a joyful Christmas. So these are very generic Christmas sentiments which you can use for all your cards. So it is a perfect stamp to color with watercolors, with Copic markers, pencil colors, or with a very loose style watercoloring as well. If you do not like coloring, then you can absolutely just heat emboss it with golden embossing powder, a white embossing powder, and throw in some loose powder pigments on top, and just let them mix and match and create their own beautiful output. So I have a lot of ideas which I'll keep sharing in future, but today I just have to show you 4 cards, and I'll flip my camera and show you those. This is the Joyful Seasons stamp set, and this comes with this huge cluster of poppies, poinsettias, some berries, holly leaves, and lights. And this is the smaller one, which I absolutely love, and there are so many possibilities. You can create a wreath out of it, you can just create a frame, have it at 2 different spots of the card, and this beautiful and adorable string of lights. You have 2 sentiments which say wishing you a season of joy and wishing you a joyful Christmas. So this is an absolute must-have stamp set, and you must definitely get your hands on it so that you have some beautiful Christmas cards. The best part is that the stamp set has a coordinating die set which you can buy as a bundle or separately. So you can cut every element of this stamp set, which even opens up new options and possibilities of card making. You can do front folding cards, you can do partial die cutting, you can do so many different styles. So even the sentiments can be cut out using these two dies. So I can't wait to show you all the card samples I created using Joyful Season, and I hope you will like them. So this is the first card, and for this I did some no-line watercoloring using my Daniel Smith watercolors, and I split it in two sections and placed it at these two diagonal spots. For the background, I used one of the older background stamps and created a tone-on-tone effect on this very muted craft colored cardstock. I finished the card using this sentiment from the stamp set, and everything looks so beautiful. So this is the next card, and for this I did some pencil coloring. I used my Prismacolor pencils on a craft colored cardstock and used the die to cut out the image and create this beautiful border. And I kept the base simple. Stamped the sentiment with a pink ink. I have also raised these two poinsettia flowers to give more dimension, and even the die cut is raised. So this is quite dimensional, and I had so much fun coloring this. So this is the next one. For this, I stamped the entire bunch in Gina K Designs Whisper ink, and then did some Copic coloring. I made these white flowers and the red poinsettias, kept my light bulbs yellow, and they look like as if they're glowing. Finished it with the sentiment and also added some white paint splatters. The background is very subtle, but I used this background stamp called Poinsettia Background for a tone-on-tone effect. So this is the last card, and I absolutely love it. So I used the Masters Layout 12 frame for this. I used some golden mirror paper to do the die cutting, and placed this small element from the stamp set, die cut it, and also a sentiment die cut on black, heat embossed with golden embossing powder. For the background, I use this amazing, my most favorite embossing folder called Tapestry from Gina K Designs, and everything looks absolutely festive and stunning. So these are the 4 cards I created using Joyful Seasons. I'll be sharing close-up shots on my social media platform, and I hope you like the cards I created. This is all from my side tonight, and I hope you like the stamp set Joyful Seasons and the cards I created using it. I'll be sharing all these cards, the close-up shots, on my social media platform. I'll link all of that here. You can just follow me there, and if you have any questions, please just let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them. So looking forward for your comments, and I hope you really enjoy the evening ahead. Thank you so much, Gina, Tom, for having me, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.
Wow. She just threw those cards together last night. Holy cow, Arjita, those cards were fantastic. And that, friends, is what no-line coloring is supposed to look like. So that's real no-line coloring right there. Arjita, your new set, Joyful Season, is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your talent with us and for making time. I'm sure she stayed up late, okay? I'm sure she didn't like whip those out in 10 minutes. She stayed up late last night to make those. So Arjita, once again, you knocked it out of the park, and this is one of those holiday sets that people will reach for season after season. I love how you mixed poinsettias with other kinds of flowers like the poppies, and added the berries and the holly and those sweet little Christmas lights too. So the new Joyful Season is now available on our website at ginakdesigns.com in the What's New category. All right, well, it is time for Deborah Warner. She is waiting in the wings with her brand new set, and I love this set because Deborah made it so that you can certainly use it for your holiday cards, but you can use this one for all seasons. It is a really useful elemental set that I think is going to be a must-have for every single crafter out there. Here it is. It's called In the Corner, and it's got all of these gorgeous corner designs. It's got balloons. It's got a happy birthday. It's got the holly leaves, and then it's got other kinds of botanicals, some you color, some graphic. just a little bit of all kinds of different things that you stamp directly onto your card panels. These work perfectly with our master layout series because they're going to work with so many of those rectangles. You can tuck them right underneath the stitch lines. And I am sure that Deborah has some amazing cards for you and tags, maybe. I hope so, because she always does. So let's welcome her to the program and see her inspiration. Welcome, Deborah Warner.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Gina and Tom. Thank you so much for having me tonight. I'm excited. It's October 2024, and we're having a release party. I have a new stamp set that is not a traditional stamp set. Again, I came up with something a little different. It is called In the Corner, and I have designed 12, a whole dozen of stamps that are intended to be used in the corner of your cards. They could be the focal point, but they could also add some enhancements to cards where you have a different focal point. So some of the ones I have in here are generic and can be used on any kind of card. I do have one down here for Christmas, a happy birthday with words, and then the happy birthday balloons. They're kind of fun. A couple flower images. So let me show you my samples. I have created a couple cards for you in just one tag this time, and would love to share those with you. So let's get started. My first card sample is a Christmas card. My cardstock colors are cherry red and white. I used some vellum and cut out the shape from Master Layouts 10 and then embossed it with our Holiday Flora embossing folder. The Merry Christmas and Shadow die was used, and I used Christmas pine ink and pulled out my red glitter and just put a little glue on each of the berries and then sprinkled my red glitter over. And yes, it is now all over my house. This sample is a simple Valentine's card. I used cherry red, white, and craft cardstock. Happy Valentine's Day is stamped in dark chocolate, and the stamp is from Sealed with a Kiss. I also used a cherry red ink to stamp the image from the new stamp set in the corner, and then I finished it off with some of our soft white pearls. On this birthday card, I used powder blue, blue denim, and white for my cardstocks. I also used quite a few of our greens to cut out the greenery. The greenery is actually cut out from our spring flower die set. I used the oval shaker shadow die set as well, and I stamped that inside panel with powder blue ink, and I used our elegant script background stamp. Master Layouts 10 was used to cut out my greeting, and that greeting, Happy Birthday, is from Happy Hens. This is a very simple one-layer birthday card. My cardstock colors are black, white, and key lime, and I used just a little bit of colored pencil there to color in the flowers. I wanted to show you that I intended for these to be used in the corner, but they don't have to be used in the corner. On this birthday card, I used soft stone, lemon drop, and white cardstock. I used Gamsol and color pencils to color in that image, and I did stamp that image in soft stone ink. I used our graphic Happy Birthday die for that, and then finished it off with some of our frozen gems. On this birthday card, I used my favorite fall colors. They are edible eggplant, tranquil teal, tomato soup, honey mustard, prickly pear. I love how they all go together. I used Master Layouts 4 to cut out the flags, and the greeting is from Ornate Spring. On this baby card, my cardstock colors are Innocent Pink and White. The ink I used is Innocent Pink as well. The baby was stamped in amalgam ink. I used a Master Layouts 13 to cut out the two rectangles. Bitty background polka dots were used to stamp on that. And the stamp set that I used is Baby Love. This 3.5-inch square card uses black onyx, white, and lucky clover cardstock. My inks are also lucky clover and black onyx. Colored those in with Prismacolor pencils and some Gamsol. I used Big Birthday for the greeting and finished it off with some of our rainbow pearls. My tag is cut out of Ocean Mist cardstock using our decorative tag die set. The image is from Get Well Wishes, colored with Prismacolor pencils. It was stamped in Lucky Clover, and Happy Birthday was stamped in Tranquil Teal. I wanted to also show you that you can use the in the corner stamps in the corner of the inside panels for your cards and on your envelopes. The craft envelope has a Euro flap, and the in the corner stamps usually tuck right into the point on that envelope. So there you have my samples. I hope you enjoyed them. As always, I had so much fun making them, and I hope you have fun with the stamp set as well. I like to share my favorite card, and this time I couldn't decide between two, so I have two. I really like this one. That flower image was the very first image I drew for this stamp set. And I don't know, I just really like the way it came out. And I love the soft yellow color. That's kind of fun. Yellow and gray go so well together. And then secondly, I really like this one, the little baby card. And I love polka dots, as you all know. So this has to be a favorite as well. So anyway, that is my newest stamp set. It is, again, called In the Corner. It can be found at GinaKDesigns.com right now. And I just want to thank everybody for coming. We love our release parties, and we love all of you guys. You mean the world to us, and I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Please stay safe. I know there's been some crazy weather out there. I hope you're all doing okay. And I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Debbie, I loved your cards and I loved your tags, and I love that all of these designs are so doable for people. And you know, you were talking about that envelope with the Euro flap, but also on the square envelopes, I could definitely see adding a little bit of that on the sides of the flaps. And I love that you showed how you can decorate the inside of your cards, because that's where a lot of us struggle. And these little corner designs are just perfect for down in the bottom corner, up at the top corner with your inside greetings. So those in the corner stamps are going to be so useful for every single card that you make, because you're going to want to decorate the inside now too. Thank you so much for joining us, Debbie, and for sharing your inspiration with us. The new In the Corner stamp set is available now in the What's New category at GinaKDesigns.com. Okay, well, I have stamp sets to show you tonight of my own. I've got quite a few to show you. But before we do that, we have one more illustrator here, and you know she's going to blow you out of the water. She's going to blow it out of the water, knock your socks off, blow your hair back. She always does. I want to show you her new stamp and Stamp and Die bundle. This is called Serene Sea Life, and when I shared this whale and this turtle image in the group, you guys went crazy, and so many of you, especially my coastal friends, said that you had to have this one. And we're always looking for great ways to make masculine cards, so this is one of those that can do that job as well. And you can even make a holiday card with it with seasons greetings here. Comes in a stamp set and a Stamp and Die bundle. Let's welcome her to the program, because you know she's got a lot to show you. Melanie Menchinger.
Hey everyone, Melanie Menchinger here. Thank you so much for joining us for our October release party. I couldn't be more thrilled to present my newest set to you from Gina K Designs, Serene Sea Life. So I'm following up my Serene Skies with some wonderful images here that you're going to be using year-round to make all sorts of beach and ocean scenes. I just got back from a cruise, and I just have blue water and sand on the brain. So I've got 6 different animals in here, 2 whales, 2 turtle images, and then 2 seals. Lots of bubbles and hearts, some shells, and some very punny and useful greetings that you're going to be able to use on all of these. I'm not going to read them now. I used them all in my samples tonight, so I will go through those when I go through my cards. I also created a lot of backgrounds with some stencils and some die plates and dies that you probably already have in your collection. Mentioning dies, we also have this as a bundle, so that is going to cut out all of the main images, but not the bubbles. The bubbles are for scene making. So let's just dive right into samples. As always, I've got some inspiration sheets for you that I will be sharing in our file section on the Gina K Designs and Stamp TV Facebook group. Okay, so let's get into our samples. So the first one that I want to show, here is one with the turtle. And this is very simple coloring on all my cards today. I have got just coloring pencils and markers. And for each of these cards, I used either only 1, 2, or 3 pencils or 3 markers. So it is so easy to color these images. I'll do some videos for you. For this one, I just used an aqua, a brown, and a yellow. I'm going to get closer here. And then I used the water droplets stencil on that. So this is turquoise sea cardstock with some of the blue denim and a blending brush to create that beautiful watery background. Then I've also got the bubbles stamped all around my die cut turtle and a few of her flat sequins. And I've got have a fantastic day. So all of the animals in this set have fins, so you can use this greeting for so many different celebrations. So love this card, and then I just layered that on some black and craft cardstock. These images are also going to be great for masculine cards, I have to say. All the guys that I've talked to love the seal, the turtle, and the whale. Let's go ahead and do a seal card. So this is a seal and not a sea lion. So here I have got him colored with just 2 different markers, 2 warm gray markers, and then I've got a sealed with a kiss, and that can work for so many occasions as well. For my background here, I have stenciled the fizzy stencil with some turquoise sea, and this is on top of the sea glass cardstock. Then I've got that layered on the black and white again, and I just popped up some different circles that are cut out of blue raspberry paper. This was from the bubble die plate, so I will be showing that in a minute, but I always pop out all those circles and then save them for other cards. And then I just got these popped up on the Gina K foam squares, and then I added one of the little scallop heart shells in that seal's fin. So I just think it's so fun to have the fins holding things, and I'll show you another card using that kind of concept shortly. All right, the next one that I want to show you, let's do a whale card. All right, so this one I'm pretty excited about because it's interactive. So for this one, I wanted it to look very graphic and bold. So I have got the sea, instead of doing blending, I used 2 different colors. I've got the Blue Lagoon and the Taken with Teal, or the Tranquil Teal, excuse me, cardstock. I have stamped the wavy border from my coordinating message in a bottle set. There's a lot of really fun greetings and images that can coordinate with both of these sets. But I've got that stamped on there in the white pigment ink. I have used the sun, sea, and sky stencil for the sun in the background with just some wild dandelion and sweet mango ink. And then I've got my whale here. So my whale, I couldn't decide if I wanted to have him peeking out, if I wanted to have him breaching, or if I wanted him going down into the water. So what I did, you could use this as a bookmark or just let your recipient just play with it and change it up as they wish. I've got the foam squares all along the bottom here so it won't fall through, but you can move this around at will and change that. And so I really wanted to do that just so that I could show you that there are so many ways to put this whale on the cards, not just swimming or coming up or down. So fun, I love it. I also want to point out, let me show you just a close-up of this whale. I only used 1 colored pencil on this. So this is a watercolor pencil. I used a black And then I just went in dark on the overlapping areas, and then just very softly, and this is just on the regular Gina K Pure Luxury white cardstock. Now I couldn't find any of my blending stumps, unfortunately. I had my mineral spirits out and I was ready to just blend, but I couldn't find any stumps. So I ended up just improvising, and instead of doing any of the stumps, I just colored very, very softly to create those lightest gray areas. And then I have all those little kind of bumpy and barnacle textury lines and little circles built into the image. And so I took my white gel pen and just dotted into those areas. And that's just going to give them those little bumps that whales have. I love that. Okay, the next one that I want to show you, let's do another seal card. This is with the recently released circle window plate that Gina came out with, and I thought this was really fun for having these seals look like they are just swimming and slithering in and out of those circles. So just got a clean and simple card here with a white base. This is turquoise sea with that die cut plate, and it's got that beautiful stitched edge there, little pink shell in one of the hands. And then I want to show you here, for this particular one, I used the colored pencils. And what I really love about all of these animals, there's a lot of different ways that you can color them. The whale can go from white, gray, blue, all the way to black. Same thing for these seals. You can go white, spotted, gray, tan, brown. So for this one, I used the coloring pencils. So I just used a gray and a brown coloring pencil. And then I just made my own little spots all over it, and it just gave them that wonderful texture. It was so easy to do. And I will show a video, but very, very simple. You can all do this. The next one that I want to show, I created one with the big whale and the little whale. So I've got lots of greetings in here. Oh, and I forgot to point out, season's greetings. So I know a lot of our customers live in places where it doesn't get cold for the winter. So I was kind of thinking about that since we're having our holiday release right now, but also so you can have it work for just occasions all year round. Okay, so I forgot to say that. Okay, the next one that I've got here. So I've got a mama and a baby, and I've got, or daddy and a son or daughter, whatever you want. But it says, "You raised me up." And so I thought that this image was perfect for creating a tent topper or a card where it's going to go off the edge. So you can go off one direction or either portrait style or landscape style on a square card, and it will still fit into an A2 size envelope. So let me show you a close-up here, and this is just a navy pencil, and I've just gone lighter in those areas where it looks softer, just left some areas open where it's white, and then again I use that white gel pen for the dots. And then for each of these times when I had a baby version, I just made the baby a little bit lighter. And I will link to some different pictures, reference photos that you can look at for coloring all these images. I think that's helpful, but again, it's very easy. And then the background that I have, I want to say it's like swirls, waves. I'm sorry, I cannot remember. I should have written it down on my stencil, but I brought it with me. So this is the one that I have on here, and this is just on the blue denim cardstock with some of the navy ink. And then I've got the turquoise sea paper on there just for some contrast, and again, more of those flat sequins. And I hope you can see, but on all these cards, I have stamped the little trailing bubbles behind the different fins and the tails, and it just adds such a nice touch. The next one that I want to share is a scene that I created with the turtle, and we just went snorkeling, and so I was noticing all the shadows that the turtles were casting when we were snorkeling. So what I did to create my shadow on this one is I took that negative piece from the die cut, and then I just put it on there and then just blended in with some craft ink, and it really just gives that illusion when I masked off some little sunlight rays coming through that turquoise sea ink to create this scene. So again, here's the bubbles, and then I've got celebrate good times. And again, this is just 3 markers here. Now the color of the turtle is going to look different depending on how clear the water is, how deep the water is, and just the color of the turtle. So these turtles can go from white to tan to yellow to green to brown, and sometimes they even look very turquoise or blue because of the water. So you do what you want to do on these turtles. The next one that I want to show, here is another one with the parent and child. We'll call them parent and child. I wanted to use my Forever on Your Side greeting here, and then I used that bubble die plate. I think that's what it's called. This is the white, and then I just have the soft stone, or it might be whisper. Cardstock behind that. I just thought that looked so nautical with that blue denim cardstock in the background. Now these, I wanted to show you a different way to color these whales. These are stamped on the blue denim cardstock with some of her embossing ink, and then the image is embossed in white powder. So you hardly have to do any coloring here, but if you want to do some coloring, what I did is I took just a watercolor brush, and then I just swiped on a little bit of the white pigment ink onto the areas I wanted to be lighter, and then just dabbed in a little bit of that coordinating blue ink with my watercolor brush or water brush for the darker areas. And I just think it turned out so pretty. So I love this whale. I love how big it is. There's so many ways to use it. Got something special coming up for it in just a second. All right, here's a real clean and simple card that I wanted to show with the new oval masking template that Gina is releasing tonight. And so I love that she's got the lines on there so that you can see the different mats and make sure that you get it lined up in the center if that's where you want it when you are doing your shading. So very clean and simple card, but this has the one turtle writing on the other ones, and it says, I've got your back there. So I've got this blended with the ocean mist all the way to that, that tranquil teal color. And then I've got some of the bubbles trailing off there. So I just love this clean and simple. It's a 1-layer card. If you don't count that greeting there, I've got your back. All right, oh gosh, I have so many cards here. All right, so get well soon. I saw somebody say in the comments that they hope that there was a get well soon sentiment. Yes, there is. So, and did I say that this one said, I will always love you earlier? Okay, all right. Just making sure. Okay, so on this, I wanted to do some embossing. I thought the Happy Hearts embossing folder with the intercut would be such a nice background to look like heart-shaped bubbles. And I do have little tiny hearts in the stamp set so that you can have them coming after that little bubble trail to look like there's heart-shaped bubbles as well. I think that's so fun. I just layered on some different size circles that came out of those different die plates that I've already referenced. And then here is that baby whale just colored with a black watercolor pencil. Fun. Okay, oh, and a little white clay heart. Okay, these last 2 cards, one thing I wanted to point out is that 2 of these animals can go on land. So you will see seals sometimes just basking on the beach, laying on their side, putting their flipper up and sunning. Same thing for the sea turtles when they come up to lay their eggs. So I thought it would be really fun for Have a Fantastic Day to create a beach scene with just some sandy beach cardstock, the blue lagoon. I stenciled on some of those clouds from that sun, sea, and sky again. And then just use some baker's twine and some circle punches to create some of those balloons, and then colored a shadow underneath. And again, just 2 colors of markers, a light and a dark green, and then a light and a dark brown on this one. So have a fantastic day. All right, I'm coming to the last one. I'm sorry, Gina, I went over. So this last one, it's just made with 1 piece of cardstock. It's a fancy fold. I haven't done one of these in quite a while, but I knew it was going to be perfect for this whale. And then I have got, I think this is called Making Waves. This fun one, it reminds me of Nautilus shells, but then also waves, of course. So you've got this white whale on here. So it's just stamped on white cardstock in black. And then I just used one very pale grayish blue marker just to kind of dab in a little bit of color there, and it almost looks watercolored. I've got this stenciled on here to create kind of a virtual ocean here with that horizon line on the top. It says get well soon. And then when you open it up, so fun, there's the little baby hiding behind in that fold. So all you do is just score and fold your front part of your card halfway, covers it up. It'll stand up on your desk like this. It's very dimensional. You have it open like that. You could also put in that I will always love you in this hidden part too. But I didn't do that. But that's an idea for you. So that's so fun. I love it. Okay, I hope you love this set. I have not printed out my color version of my inspiration sheet yet because I've been stamping all day and had to get this video done. So I need to photograph my cards still. But this was my planned sheet when I was thinking about making these cards while waiting for my stamps. So I will have this one and the colored version again in our files section. Thank you so much for joining us for our party. I hope you love this Serene Sea Life set. I can't wait to see what our designers are going to be making with it tonight and what all of you are going to make. So please tag me when you make your creations and post them so I can come and let you know how much I love them. I'm also going to post, when I post that sheet, I'm going to ask which of these you want to have videos for first, so please weigh in on that, and that will help me for planning my videos. Okay, love you all. Bye-bye.
Melanie, I don't think anybody minds that you went over. Those cards were fantastic. Absolutely every single one of them. And I love how simple they are to color with just 1 to 3 pencils or markers or a little bit of watercolor, and the way that you showed that. And I know that everybody in the chat can't wait to watch your videos to see how easy you make coloring for people when they watch your videos. Melanie also has a YouTube channel, so check out our YouTube channel because her ideas are truly fantastic, and her stamp sets are so unique, and most of them can be used for all different kinds of recipients, which I love, like this one, you know, with that whale that you can take out and move and put in different directions and use as a bookmark. Kids would love that. It's like an interactive card, and you know, like I said, cards for guys. I love the set, Melanie. You outdid yourself again. And that set, Serene Sea Life, is now available in the What's New category at GinaKDesigns.com. Wow. Can I just have a round of applause for our illustrators tonight? Do you know that they only had about 2 days, some of them didn't even have that, to make all of these samples? So great job, guys. Yeah, our samples arrived super late, and it took us a while to get them out, and so kudos to all of you for that inspiration. Well, now it's my turn. It's my turn. I have a couple of things to show you tonight and a couple surprises. The first thing I want to show you is this. You guys have been waiting for another all-at-once stamp set, and this one is perfect for the holidays. It's called All at Once Holiday Season. So this is a stamp that you stamp all at one time, and then you cut it out with our All at Once die plate. Now, I left my All at Once die plate at home because I was working on this, but I'll tell you, I was busy cutting. I have so many cut out here. I was cutting out the new incentive, and I was cutting out Hanukkah stamps and Christmas stamps. And what's really nice is you can stamp all of these and then just cut them all at once, and you've got lots of greetings. You've got sending joy, 'tis the season, happy Hanukkah, peace, joy, love, Christmas wishes, a little something, warm winter wishes, sending holiday cheer, and from our home to yours. So this set people were waiting for this one. Last month we did a similar style set, but we didn't have them all connected because I wanted to use it to curl around that cover plate. So these are all different greetings than last month's sentiment set, and more greetings for you to make all kinds of projects. And don't forget, try stamping them on black with embossing and watermark ink, and then emboss them with our white fine detail powder, and you can have these ready to go. So when you need that little sentiment strip, you've got a whole bunch of them that you made all at once. All right, and that's available now in the What's New category. Now, I know I'm really close here for the next the next thing I want to show you. The next thing I want to show you is a bundle. It's not a bundle, but it was a stamp and die collection from a class that I taught this fall for Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. So some of you already have this. About 3,300 of you already have this, but a lot of you don't, and we wanted to release it. So this is a stamp and die bundle or a stamp set only, and this is called Beautiful Day. Now, if you guys love silhouette stamping, these are all new silhouettes to our collection, and you can make some absolutely beautiful cards with this. The greetings in here are grateful for a friend like you. Thank you. So very sorry. Birthday wishes. Wishing you peace and wishing you a beautiful day. Then you've got some simple silhouette style images. You've got little birds and a dragonfly that you can add to these simple images. And then you've got a two-step image here where you can stamp in one color and stamp in another color. And then you've got some standalone images, and the standalone images, the flowers, the leaves, the birds, and all these little things, you can cut out with the coordinating die set if you get the stamp and die bundle. This way you can make wreaths, you can make half wreaths and crescents, and if you want to get away from the whole silhouette kind of thing. Now I want to show you something else, and then I'm going to show you a couple cards that I made with these. There was another stamp that I released with this, and it's this big background stamp called Beautiful Patterns. Now this is all one background. You can cut them apart if you want, but you don't have to. There's all kinds of ways to use this just the way it is. So I'm going to show you a couple of cards that I made using these. So the first card I want to show you is this one. I made this one, Grateful for a Friend Like You, and I did the kissing technique. So what I did was I stamped these solid flowers and the solid leaves. I stamped them in one color, and then I inked up different parts of this background stamp. For the leaves, I inked up the gauze portion here. And for the flowers, I inked up the dots portion with a darker color. And after I inked the leaves or the stamps up with the light color, before I stamped it, I kissed it onto the background stamp using a darker color, and that creates that texture and those cute little patterns. But I also wanted to show you how cute this looks if you just stamp it as a background. All I did was ink this stamp up with some craft ink, put my paper on top, and I got 4 different patterns for my background. So this is a card that I made with all of this, including the dies, because I cut these out and I popped them up. Now I made another card using this same setup here, but this time I stamped that background stamp in soft stone. See how soft it is? Even though it looks really busy and you would think, oh, that's just too much going on. Look when you stamp it in a soft ink like that. It's so delicate, but it's still interesting and it's lots of different texture. And then I did that same kissing technique, but instead of just the silhouette stamp, I did the two-step. So I did the leaves first, stamped those with jelly bean ink, jelly bean green, and then I stamped the gauze onto that stamp using fresh asparagus. And same here, I used sea glass and then some tranquil teal, so I got that same texture using this little flourish pattern with the flowers. So yes, I'm definitely going to be doing a kissing technique for you in an upcoming video to show you how to use this background stamp, and we'll do some different layouts and some brighter colors and things like that, but I thought those were really pretty. Now I did make another card using this stamp set just as a silhouette. And I did that using our brand new stencil called Masked Oval. Now this stencil is very interesting. Let me see if I can take it out of the package here without destroying it. We give you the inside piece too, because there's always a lot that you can do with the inside piece. But what I want to show you here is, can you see the lines on here? Okay, there are 3 different lines. The largest line coordinates with A2 cards. The second line in coordinates with Master Layouts 1, and the third line in coordinates with Master Layouts 2. So it'll be very easy for you to center this oval on your card in either direction by just lining it up with whatever panel you cut. If you want the full card front, just go with the big line. Master Layouts 2, go with the small line. And Master Layouts 1, go with this line here. So this is a really great way to create some ink blending on your card. And I made a card here. Let me find it. I got a whole bunch of cards here. Here it is. I made this one using that stencil. So I just laid that, and I used Master Layouts 2. So I just laid that right on there, lined it up with Master Layouts 2, my panel. Then I knew it would be perfectly centered. And I stenciled that with a rainbow of color just to make a very bright, summery feeling card. These kinds of cards are great for when you're making gift sets because they're super simple to make. You can stamp different greetings. Maybe you don't want to use one of the stamps from the set. You can always pop on one of the greetings from your incentive set in there and just pop it up a little bit. And you can make 5 different cards with the new incentive set. So you'll have a happy birthday, a get well soon, a grateful for you, a hello friend, and a with sympathy card. And you can change your colors and make a box of cards for somebody as a gift. So easy to line this up and just knock out these cards. So I wanted to show you that. So I will be sharing some more cards and ideas. I have to look here. I don't think I have any more to show you tonight. Oh yeah, I do. I decided to just make my own pattern paper using these elements and just stamping directly onto the cardstock. So I just used a piece of Masking Magic on the top and on the bottom, some strips, and just blocked it off. And I stamped in some bright pinks. This is Dusty Rose, Turquoise Sea, Jelly Bean Green, Lucky Clover, and a little bit of black with the dragonflies. And then I used a little sea glass ink to define the line and pulled my masks off, and then I popped some black metallic pearls into the centers of these flowers and used one of those greetings from that new incentive set just to make a quick card. So it's always fun to be able to make your own pattern paper and have images that are small enough that you can really kind of whip something out quickly. This is also great for my scrapbooking friends when you want to have pattern papers that kind of coordinate with your pictures, but you can't find exactly what you want. You can create your own with these kinds of little elements, and it's so easy to make your own pattern paper. So that's just a few cards that I made with these items. This is the Beautiful Day stamp set, the Beautiful Day Stamp and Die bundle, and the Coordinating Beautiful Patterns background stamp. This one's a great pickup even if you're not interested in these cards because it makes that great background. And you can use these tiny patterns to do the kissing technique with any silhouette stamps you have in your collection. Okay, so now the next thing I want to show you is, let me dig here. I got more. Okay, I want to show you something that so many of you have been asking for. And I have to apologize that we haven't gotten on this sooner, but I think you're going to love this stamp set. We finally did a really, really beautiful Hanukkah set, and I want to show it to you. It is called Love and Light. And I love this stamp set. I love this one. First of all, this chain here, these beads, draped beads, they can be used for any single card that you have that you want to make in your collection. You could create a gorgeous background of just this drape of beads going down your card. It can be used for anything. You can hang anything from it. You can hang flowers, you can hang Easter eggs, you can hang Christmas ornaments. But I created this too to go with it. So when you mix these two stamps together, you've got these gorgeous beads, and then you've got these beautiful Star of Davids just hanging like ornaments. Isn't that beautiful? And then we've got a menorah, and we've got some dreidels here. So you can make your own backgrounds, which I just love. And then we did Happy Hanukkah in both the more modern way, Happy Hanukkah, and then Happy Hanukkah in the more traditional way. Because I know a lot of my Jewish friends love to make cards for their parents and their grandparents, and maybe their parents or grandparents are a little more traditional. Maybe you're a little more traditional, and you like Hanukkah spelled with the C. But a lot of you like the more modern spelling, the more relaxed spelling, so you like it with the H. We decided to do both because we think it's important. And then we also did a Hebrew saying. I tried to learn how to pronounce this correctly, so please forgive me if I mess it up. It's Hanukkah Sameach. And that means Happy Hanukkah in Hebrew. So we wanted to offer that as well. And then we have the traditional love and light. And if you did qualify for this, if you did pick up this all at once set, we have a little tiny sending joy here. And I think that would pair really well if you did the sending, right? And you just chopped off the word joy and you added it here, sending love and light. I think that would be beautiful. And sending love and light is something that people not only say during Hanukkah, but we say that when somebody is grieving. We say that when somebody is suffering in some way. Some people say sending love and prayers. Other people say sending love and light. So it could be used that way as well. Now I want to show you a couple things that I made with this. Okay, first of all, this is my favorite card of the release. So I have to tell you what I did here. I'm going to zoom in here because I really want you to see what I did here. I love this so much. I made this a little bit more traditional by using the spelling with the C. And okay, let me tell you what else we did. We made a whole pack of poly glaze with Happy Hanukkah, Hanukkah Sameach, Love and Light, and Happy Hanukkah with the traditional spelling. We did do a few more of the H than with the C because I think this is more popular. But there's a lot of greetings in here. And I decided for my card, I wanted to use polyglaze. So I used our brilliant blue polyglaze. Isn't that so pretty? And I cut it out with the coordinating die. And then for the beads here, I used silver embossing powder. I'm telling you, the camera is not doing this justice. First I stamped this in blue denim. I stamped all of the Star of Davids in blue denim. Then I stamped this on top with embossing and watermark ink, and I did that with silver embossing powder. And then I added silver metallic pearls at the top of each of these Star of David ornaments, and then I added some disco ball sequins in between to give it lots of sparkle and shine. So it's one of my favorite cards ever. I just love it so much, and I feel like this card could be made less traditional by switching out the greeting. And if you wanted to do this card, just for like an Easter card or a Christmas card, you could do the same thing and then hang Christmas ornaments from it or Easter eggs or something like that. So this stamp set is so versatile, so useful. Now, I've got more things to show you with this greeting here, with the greetings from this, but I have to show you something else first, okay? And then I will show you the rest. All right, so we have two more stencils that we are releasing tonight, and it is First of all, this one, I love it so much. So this is the menorah stencil. This is a layering menorah, which I think is beautiful and so useful and so easy to use. It's nice and big, so it can be the focal image of your card. It could also be used for a scrapbook page if you're scrapbooking your Hanukkah. And I want to show you a card that I made with it here. Here I used the poly glaze here, but if you don't have poly glaze in foil, you can just stamp the greeting in blue, or you can stamp it in any color embossing powder in silver. And then what I did here is I used the menorah stencil with some blue denim and a little bit of navy accents in there around the edge. I used some soft stone ink for the candles. I used some wild dandelion for the flames. And then I did a mix of gold metallic pearls for inside the candles and silver metallic pearls for the menorah, just to accent it and make it very bejeweled. I think that that's so pretty. And then I had to use the brilliant blue and the Happy Hanukkah. I just think that the poly glaze is so pretty and so sparkly for any kind of holiday cards. So you can see how this menorah stencil mixes and matches so beautifully with the Love and Light stamp and die bundle. And then I had to show you, I did, let me find it here. It's in my pile. Where is the Love and Light that I did? Did I use it for a card for somebody? Oh, goodness. No, give me a second. Here it is. I wanted to just show you how pretty that cuts out too. And I did that one with the brilliant blue poly glaze as well. So that could be added to a sympathy card. That could be added to a Hanukkah card. It could be added to a tag. So I'm going to leave all this out here because I still have more to show you. We did another stencil. My daughter Alicia designed this one, and this is called Winter Rose. And I want to show you a card for Hanukkah that I think is so beautiful using this Winter Rose layering stencil. This is a 4-piece layering stencil, and I think it's my new favorite layering stencil in our collection, and I'm going to show you why in a second. So I decided to make a tag for Hanukkah, and I used the Hanukkah Sameach. And here it is. Look at that tag. Isn't that fun? Oh, that's so pretty. You could put that on a bottle of wine. You could put that on a sweet treat that you're bringing to your Hanukkah dinner. Just so many different ways to use a tag like this. So I used our tag trio set, and I stenciled this big winter rose on there using powder blue and blue denim. And then I used the brilliant blue fancy foil with the Love and Light poly glaze. I cut that out with the coordinating die from the Love and Light die set. And then I used some little metallic silver pearls. And then I just had this kind of green baker's twine in my collection. And I had this little silver ribbon, so I just tied a bow up there. But isn't that a pretty tag? Now, for those of you that aren't super into tags, remember, you can always take a tag and make it a focal image on a card, right? So it doesn't have to be a tag per se. It can be that grounding panel for your image. And you can even tack this all down, maybe just offset it a little bit onto a powder blue card base, tack it all down on 3 sides and leave this open so that you can slip a little Starbucks gift card into the side there, and they can just pull that out as one of their gifts for Hanukkah. So I think that this is so much fun. And of course, you can do the same thing with traditional Christmas colors and add a Christmas greeting and make a Christmas card as well. So lots of Hanukkah inspiration here for my Jewish friends and for my friends who have Jewish friends in their lives that they want to send these beautiful kinds of cards to. And I was so excited to find out, I'm not good at dates, and so I was so excited to find out that Hanukkah is also starting on December 25th this year. So we're all going to be celebrating together, and that is so much fun. So I'm going to put these cards aside, And we're going to be making some of these because I think it's important that, remember, even if it's not your holiday, how many of our Jewish friends are watching us make Christmas cards and then they're translating those ideas into Hanukkah cards? We can do the same. So I'm going to be making some of these things in the upcoming weeks. Now, I want to show you, don't forget the poly glaze. You got to get the poly glaze to go with it. Now, I want to show you another stamp set, and this is for my Christian friends out there. I am a Christian woman myself, and I have wanted something like this for my collection. We've got a gorgeous nativity stamp set that Deborah Warner did last year, but I wanted to do something that had some really traditional Christian verses. So this is the brand new Christmas Begins with Christ. And I will read these greetings to you the best that I can with my glasses on here. We have, today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord. Luke 2:11. And then we have, the true light which gives light to everyone was coming into the world. John 1:9. And then we have, and she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. Matthew 1:21. And then we've got Christmas blessings. We've got Merry Christmas, a little traditional, and then this bold Christmas Begins with Christ. It's got a beautiful little nativity here, very different from Deborah's. So if you want the big nativity scene, get Deborah's, because Debbie's is big. It's going to fit your card front really well. These are very small. So these are going to be more for scene building, going to be good for tags and for smaller, for cards too. We've got the three wise men. We've got Jesus, Joseph, and Mary, and we've got the little, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. But this is going to create your nativity scene. And then we've got little barn animals. This is a little, they look like little goats in there. And we've got a donkey that you can kind of create that full scene. We've got angels on both sides. So you could even do a very simple card with Christmas Begins with Christ and have an angel on either side broadcasting that message. And then, of course, we have the star that was in the sky. And then for something a little bit more modern, we have a tree that is made of "O Holy Night, the stars are brightly shining." So let me show you a few things I made with this. I made this scene here. So I used the masked oval to create an oval. And then what I love is when you do these kinds of ovals and kind of these masked off areas of ink blending, get your silhouette stamps outside of that image, and it's really interesting. So I stamped the three wise men here. The three wise men. And then I used the today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord. And then I stamped this just with our white pigment ink on top. And that just kind of, it made the star really stand out, but it didn't make it so bright. It made it feel more like it was part of the sky. Now, if I was Mindy Egan, I would have splattered some white. What I should have done is used my snowy background, because that's what I do better. But, I was on a roll. I was making cards, and I felt that this was simple and clean, and I just really loved the way that it looked. So then I decided to make a Christmas tag, and a more traditional Christmas tag. So I just cut one of the smaller dies from that tags trio set, and I used the, and she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. And then I just stamped Jesus, Mary, and Joseph right under that, just with a little ink blending. And to get that ink blending and still have the border, I used 1/8 of an inch masking magic strips around the outside. Then I did my ink blending. Then I pulled the strips off. So it looks layered, but it isn't, because it's got that white stitched little border. So that's a really nice little tag that you can add to a card. I think something like this would be so nice if you were giving even a gift to your pastor or your priest at your church and you wanted to have a little tag. I think this is such an appropriate tag for something like that. Then I decided to use this and just make a really clean, modern design. So I stamped this with embossing and watermark ink, and I just gold embossed it. Then I just smashed that watermark and that embossing and watermark ink pad on some white cardstock, poured gold embossing powder over it, just around the perimeter, and created a little bit of my own metallic gold cardstock that matches my gold perfectly. So this is such a simple design, real quick and easy. If you're mass producing, you can just kind of put this on your MISTI, pre-cut your panels, and knock this out. So I love this one. Very modern, very different than this, right? But you can see you can create different styles, even though this is a traditional Christian Christmas set. And then, of course, I had to do one more card, not with this set, but going back to that beautiful winter rose, I decided to use our Merry Christmas polyglaze, and I decided to make this card. So this is kind of, I feel like this is a showstopper, right? I love it so much. And you can see how, even though this is one big rose element, you can just kind of place it in different spots on your cardstock and make it look like gorgeous background paper. And even imagine how beautiful you can make background paper for your scrapbooks with this stencil. This is a must-have stencil. And what's good about it is it's a rose. So it's a winter rose, but a rose is good any time of the year. You can use this in the middle of the summer with a birthday greeting. You can use this in the spring or in the fall. Change up your colors a little bit and make it look a little warmer or a little bit more pink for the spring. And then I decided to use our new polyglaze greetings. You know, we have those now. I don't know, I showed it earlier, but we've got a bunch of different polyglaze. Here we go. So we've got the happy holiday. This is the holiday floral greetings. I just decided to use the Merry Christmas to you and yours. And this time, instead of gold, I foiled it with radiant red. And radiant red is just, it again, the camera just doesn't do it justice. It's so glittery and sparkly. And what I did here was I used Master Layouts 2 to cut this out. So I did this on a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, a full A2 size panel. Then I cut the center out and I kept the frame. I glued the frame onto my white card base, and then I mounted the inside panel onto a black layer from Master Layouts 2, and I popped that up with some of our shaker strips to give some good dimension there. And you can see it just finishes off, so it kind of continues the pattern, but having that little black layer, and you know I can't make a card without a black layer, gives it that separation and really makes that kind of a showstopper card. But it's so easy, because all you're doing is just stenciling the design, popping the greeting on. So when you're looking to mass produce holiday cards and you're looking for fast ideas, these are just really simple, quick cards that you can make. And then I have one more little surprise for you tonight that maybe some of you missed when you were placing your order, and you might want to pick these up later. We finally have our bulk versions of our magnetic storage boards. So you can get these in the large 6x8. You get 5 magnetic storage boards. These are $19.95. These are huge boards, perfect for all of your die sets that coordinate with our 6x8 stamp sets, because you know if the stamp set fits, the magnet's going to fit, the die set's going to fit. So we have these in the large, and then the small, which are actually half size. They're 4x6. They work great for our medium die sets and our small die sets. These are $15.95 for the 5-pack. And these are now available in the store in the What's New category, probably also under storage. You'd be able to find these. But I know a lot of you are asking for these because you really love being able to store everything so neatly in a storage pocket together. So if you're picking up magnetic storage boards, don't forget to get your stamp pockets to go with them, and you'll be all ready to organize all of your beautiful new things when they come. And one more time, if you just joined us lately, I wanted to show you this one more time. I made this also using that beautiful day silhouette stamp and our new incentive. I just made a little tag here, and I've got my Campbell soup, my Advil, my throat drops, my electrolytes, and my tissues to give to a friend who isn't feeling well. So you can make some of these up ahead of time and have them for this upcoming cold and flu season that we know we're all going to go into soon enough. Well, wow. I hope you guys love this release. I know that a lot of you really love kits. We have a new kit coming next month, so don't worry about it. We'll be back on kits. But I had so many little things that I wanted to share this month, like this Christian Christmas set and these beautiful Hanukkah things. And I didn't think they actually all went together in a kit because different people would want different things. So we decided to do just some fun bundles this month. And then next month, we'll be back with our regular kits again. But there are so many fun things for me to create with this month with you. And I will be doing that every Tuesday night and Thursday at noon here on Stampin' Chat Live. So if you haven't joined our Facebook group, we would love you to join because we're going to be just pulverizing, pummeling, that's what I'm going to say, pummeling the group with inspiration, featuring all of these new products. So join us over in our Facebook group. It's called Gina K Designs and Stamp TV Friends, and we'd love to have you over there. It is a private group, so if you're keeping your Christmas and Hanukkah cards a secret, you can share them with 47,000 other Gina K Designs fans, and we would love to see what you make with your new release items. And then if you did see something you liked tonight, we would love you to take a look at our website. You can find it all in the What's New category at ginakdesigns.com. If you're new here to my channel and you love weekly inspiration, I go live every Tuesday and Thursday with Tom. He and I have a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, and we always try to inspire you with a new technique or a fun card project. And you can subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell. And if you want to like this video, that sure helps too, because more people will be able to see our new release, and we'd love you to do that for us. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you had a great time. We sure had a great time. A huge shout out to all of the illustrators who made time to make videos and share their inspiration. Another huge shout out to all of our guest design team that makes fantastic videos and card projects for us. Their videos are going to be all over YouTube. Either they're already there or they'll be there tonight, tomorrow, and in the weeks to come. And check out Instagram. I will be sharing in my stories all of the beautiful inspiration that our guest designers share as well. All right, everybody. Well, Tom and I will be back on Thursday with another Stampin' Chat Live, and I'll be making a card with some of our new release products, and I hope you will join us then. In the meantime, stay safe and healthy, and we love you all so very much, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.